Hi Aquarius, welcome back to the channel. It is Kay, your spiritual witch, your astrologer and numerologist. So I'm bringing you a quick horoscope update for what I see for this sign, for us. For those of you who don't know, I'm an Aquarius myself, so this is what I see based on my own interpretation, my own opinion. I can't speak for what other astrologers may find. So let's see what's going on for the month of June. So as we start the month, the sun is actually in the sign of Gemini, and so for us, this is going to be centered around our dating life, our romance, our sex life, our children, creative projects that we're working on, any risks that we want to take. And this is basically known as the house of fun. This is the fifth house of life. And if we look over on the chart on the left hand side, I've got a chart here for the actual full moon day that's happening on the 14th, but where I've put an arrow and there's a number 1, this is the fifth house down here. So we could be feeling, some of us, some growth, health, vitality, some blessings, the energy that the sun brings around this area of our life. And it's a great area of life to be focusing on as we move through the first couple of weeks of June. By the time we actually get to the full moon, which is going to be on the 14th at 11:51 a.m. GMT time, this is my local time, so if you convert it to your time, it could be the 14th or it could be the day after. It does depend where you are in the world. This full moon is going to fall for the Aquarius sun sign in the 11th house, which is actually really cool because this is the area of hopes, dreams, aspirations, friendships. This is where we find our co-workers, associates, people that we are connected to in a non-romantic way, but we've got a good connection with them because maybe we work with them, or we've got some kind of business deal going on with them, or there's some kind of associate of ours, but we've got a good connection. It's not a romantic connection. So this is also the house in a modern astrology, the Aquarius, that we actually rule over. So it's really cool to see that this full moon will fall there. So on the chart, we've got the sun and the moon circled in black. We've got the sun at the top, 23 degrees Gemini. We've got the moon at the bottom, 23 degrees of Sagittarius. This is what gives us a full moon, when you've got the sun and the moon in two opposing signs at the same degree. So the 11th house for us will be where I've put number 2 on the screen here by the arrow. This is the 11th house. This is where this full moon energy is going to fall. Now, full moons often bring around sometimes the need to make some kind of decision, or something could come up where you really need to deeply think about something, and you've got a couple of options, and it's really time to think about which one you're going to take, because this is what this kind of aspect between the sun and the moon is like. It's an opposition. So the two energies are in two conflicting signs, or when I say conflicting, they approach life completely differently. Yeah, they're opposing each other. So this is what brings about that need to maybe sometimes make a decision. So around your hopes, dreams, your aspirations, your friendships, anything going on at work, this could be a month where you need to sit down and think about what route you're going to take with that part of your life, or it could just be a good time to consider this anyway, considering we've got the full moon here. Now, during the full moon, we've got one slightly difficult aspect, and this is going to be the Neptune squaring the sun and the moon. So Neptune is this planet that's circled in yellow, the pink planet on the screen here. And for the Aquarius sign, this is actually going to fall in your financial house, your money house. Now, this planet's energy is about hopes, dreams, aspirations. It is the planet that can sometimes cause us to not really see things for what they are, or be a little bit delusional. But as soon as this planet turns retrograde, that's when we might get a reality shock in life. So this energy, when you have a square in astrology, it's basically one planet projecting its frustration or its annoyance onto the planets that it's squaring with. And how we feel that here in life, on Earth, in time and space, however you want to put it, is exactly like that. So something around your finances might come up that you may find a little bit frustrating, or you may need to plan for or deal with. So be mindful of your money as we go through the month, especially around the full moon time. And it could also be that something comes up with your 11th and 5th areas of life. So your hopes, your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, where the actual full moon is going to be, and your 5th house, which is where the sun is going to be, where it's in Gemini. So these areas, the 5th house is about dating, romance, sex, creativity, taking risks, having fun, all that good stuff that I mentioned at the very beginning. So these 3 areas of life are kind of key for Aquarius as we move through the first part of the month. So over on the screen here, we have the chart for the day. This is what's going to be going on in the universe, and where the arrow is, this is the 6th house, and this is where the sun is going to be for Aquarius in this area of life, bringing health, growth, vitality. You know, it could be a good time to be thinking about how you earn your money, what you do to earn money, if you can earn any more money, you know, your streams of income. Physical health could come up as well. Could be a good time to be looking at any diets or any special routines you want to do for your health. Disputes that you may have may suddenly come to a close or come to some kind of end. And when it comes to your pets as well, also check in with your pets to make sure that they're happy and healthy, because they are also part of our life as well, for those of us who are pet mum and dads. Now, the new moon itself is going to fall here as well. So it's 7 degrees of Cancer. If we look on the screen, we can see circled in black, we have got the sun and the moon side by side. They're both at 7 degrees in the sign of Cancer. This is what's going to give us a new moon. When you've got these two energies side by side, it gives you, and they're in the same sign at the same degree. They cannot be in any other degree. They have to be in the same degree. That is what's going to give us a new moon. Now, new moons bring fresh energy. They bring a new chapter. They bring a chance to start again. They bring opportunities. So for us, for those of us who are Aquariuses that are resonating with this general horoscope, it could be around how we're making money. You know, this could be a really good time of the month as we close out the month of June to be thinking about what we do to earn money, how we can generate more, or you could just suddenly get some opportunities crop up here in this part of your life as well. Now, we've got a good aspect happening around this time. We've got no conflict, we've got no tension between planets that are going to majorly impact on the sign, but we have got Mars forming a sextile to Saturn, and this is when two planets are working together quite positively. They're not going out of their way to be mean or disagree or project negative energy. They're actually coming together and saying, okay, let's work together in a slightly positive way. They're kind of like trying to support us, you could say. So Mars is going to be in Aries, and if we look on the screen, it is the planet that's red, that's circled in yellow. This planet is going to be under its own kind of sign that it's really synchronized with, Aries, which is great. So for the Aquarius sun sign, this is going to fall around your 3rd house, this energy. So this is your local neighborhood where you live. This is your extended family, your siblings. It's your house of education that's not at a higher level, so not like a university course or anything like that. This could be like online courses or any self-study that you do. It's the house of communication, thoughts, short travel or short trips that you need to make, and your day-to-day routine. And Mars's energy is about motivation, drive, ambition. He also is the planet of war, but for once he is not causing any war. He is here to support and motivate you in this part of your life. Now, how he's projecting that energy off to Saturn, which is the other planet in yellow, circled in yellow, and it's the yellow planet that looks kind of a bit like a H with like a dash at the top. It's saying to Saturn, okay, so let's work together. Let me help motivate everybody and help them work through their challenges, because Saturn is that planet of challenge. He brings challenge. He puts obstacles in people's way. That's his job, sadly, in astrology. But sometimes we do need that to learn our lessons in life. And he is under the sign of Aquarius. So, of course, he's in his own sign. You all should know this. Saturn was our modern ruler. Sorry, our traditional ruler, not our modern ruler, our traditional ruler before the sign of Uranus. So this is good energy. Now, Saturn is going to be resting, obviously, in the Aquarius's 1st house of them, because it's under our own sign. So Mars is working with you could say, to work through any personal challenges that you have while Saturn is in Aquarius. So this is a good time of the month as we close out the month to kind of start thinking about what personal challenges that we need to work through, because we've got this support and this energy from the universe working with us personally, which I think is great. You know, it's a great time to start looking at how you're going to move forward and how you're going to get through these challenges. So I wish every Aquarius the best of luck with that. So as we close out for the month of June, we have 3 key things happening, or 3 key transits happening with planets, and it will affect us all, of course, but how it will affect Aquarius is that Mercury, which is currently in retrograde at the time of me recording this, will finally end, and Mercury will turn direct at the very beginning of the month, around the 3rd. He's going to turn direct in the Aquarius's 4th house. So this is your private life, this is your home, this is any mother figures that you have in your life. This is your part of your life that you keep to yourself and you don't let social media or the whole world know. And Mercury is that planet of thoughts, communication. He is the planet of travel and IT. So if you've been having any kind of family disputes or any kind of private issues going on to do with communication especially, or maybe even travel or any trips that you need to organize within your personal life, him turning direct under Taurus, this could ease, because when Mercury's in retrograde, he does have that reputation of causing disruption with travel, causing IT disruptions. I know that I've had 2 major IT mishaps, if you like, during a Mercury retrograde over the years, and for me this energy does often ring true. So I'm not a big fan of Mercury retrograde, and I'll be happy when it's over. But for us, you know, hopefully the home life could be plain sailing, communication could be going smoothly. So Saturn, back to our traditional ruler. He will form a retrograde this month as well, right at the beginning. And a planet that is in retrograde or turns retrograde, essentially what they're doing is they're asking you to go back to something. They're bringing you back to something because they are moving backwards through a sign. They are not moving forward and progressing forward. So their energy can be kind of reversed, or the energy of the planet, depending on what the planet is in retrograde, can be felt internally. Now for us, we've got this Saturn energy about challenge, obstacles, discipline, lesson learning, becoming really mature about things, and challenge working through our own first house of us. So for some of us, it could be a time that we reflect on what it is that we need to personally work through, what it is that we need to personally go back to and look at in our life as he starts to retrograde at the beginning of the month. So it could be a good month for self-reflection, or you may just find as an Aquarius, you are thinking a lot. You are thinking a lot about things, as we do as the Aquarius sign, you know, as the rulers of information gathering. You could just find yourself thinking a lot about your personal self, your situation, person, places, or things that impact you, and going back over old ground. So that could be a good month for this. So finally, Neptune is going to form a retrograde as well. His energy, as I kind of said at the beginning, you know, when he is in retrograde, he is going to give us a reality check, rather than, you know, his forward motion making people maybe a little bit delusional at times and being like a big dreamer and, you know, not really seeing things for how they are. Once he retrogrades, this could all change. So again, it's happening in your financial house, Aquarius. So money is key as we move through June, as we end June and we move through July, okay? Because he is going to retrograde through the 2nd house, which is your money, what you own personally. It is your body. The body comes under this house, and it's your values that you hold as a person. So your morals and ethics as well. So you could be it could be time to be very realistic about these areas of life, especially your financial situation and how you're handling money. You could be called to go back and deal with the issue or situation or person, place, or thing, however it resonates, that impacts on your personal money, your 2nd house, your morals, your values that you hold as a person, and maybe even your body. You know, you may find that you are going back and dealing with issues with your body as well that you may have had. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's what I see for the Aquarius sun sign for the month of June. I hope you all have a wonderful month. Blessed be to you. Please do drop me a comment. Let me know how it resonates. Like the video if you haven't already. Why not? Show some love. Subscribe if you're new here. I'd love to see you here again for a horoscope or a reading or whatever comes out on the channel next. And I guess I will catch you in the next video. So have a wonderful month, and I'll see you soon.